Hello and welcome to another episode of the Appelboom Bites podcast. Today is episode number 44 already, and we're just after the Fountain Pen Day weekend, which was crazy. You can still see it in my eyes. I'm a little bit tired, but we are here today with two amazing special guests. One of them is our co-host here for a few weeks. She was here last week already with us and the week before. It is Alecia O'Regan Casabon. Welcome on the show, Alecia. How are you?
Hi again. I'm good. A little bit sick,
Hi.
a little under the weather, but I'm good.
Hi.
Yeah, it's so great to have you here again. I hope you had a great weekend, but we will talk about that later on. Because I would like to introduce our special guest. It is a guest which not only own one fountain pen brand, but multiple brands. It is Yair Greenberg from the CEO of the Java brands. Yair, welcome on the show. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm fantastic.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. You had a long trip last week, so it's great that you're in time back to tune in for this podcast. And we have a lot of questions for you. So
Sure,
yeah, I
I'm
think
ready.
it's good to
I'm ready. Thank you for
start
inviting
right.
me. Thank you for the
Yes,
invite.
yes, it's great to have you. All right, Alecia, would you like to start with your pen check first?
The pen check.
Yes, I have the Conklin All-American Quad Wood. I only got this recently, and I have it inked with Private Reserve Ebony Brown. And I keep reaching for this. I did just want to have it as a display pen on my desk when I bought it.
No.
But it's really nice. It's lightweight, but it has just the right amount of heftiness to it. And yeah, I could use this pen all day, every day. It's so smooth.
It is
Fantastic.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's,
Good to know.
I love it.
it's beautiful. The pen is made of wood, right?
It's made of four kind of woods.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very complicated to make because you need to cut each wood, to small pieces and then glue them and then polish them. It takes a long time to make each pen. So it looks
really
beautiful.
special.
I'm happy it writes beautiful. Thank you.
It's stunning.
How is it? So it's four different parts and it's glue. It's there's this little resin part in between, or what is
Yeah,
it?
there's a piece of metal inside, and you put
Yeah.
the
Oh,
wood on
nice.
top of it, like a ring,
Yeah.
and then you need to polish it to perfection, and then we also put a thin layer of on top of it, so it keeps its luster and it doesn't crack and things like this. So
It's
it's
really nice.
it's complicated to do. Complicated.
And
Yeah,
it
it looks
also
really nice.
has it has the limited edition number engraved into the
Yes,
wood as well, which I love.
that's
Love a
correct.
little
And then
touch like that.
yeah,
Is it already
and
sold out, Yair, or is it still available?
I think we still have a few left.
Okay. That's great. So if people are watching this and they want to have such a beautiful fountain pen as Alecia as well,
Yes,
they can
yes.
still get it.
That's it.
Yair, with which fountain pen are you writing with today, or with which pen?
I'm writing today. I'll do with the Super Mega
Nice.
fountain pen.
Nice.
I have on my desk like 100 pens, so I just chose this one.
You can only pick one, otherwise the podcast it will take too long.
We can talk for a week, But yeah, I interchange between fountain pen and mostly rollerballs. So fountain pens I use mostly with the Omniflex nib, which is my favorite. And I have it on almost all my pens, So
It is a
the
really
Super
nice nib.
Mega is a unique pen. It's a very large pen made from carbon fiber, and it's a very, very unique structure.
It's a really
make,
big pen as well, right?
It's a very big pen,
Yeah.
pen. And I have mine with a black Omniflex nib
Nice.
to match it.
The Omniflex nibs are lovely.
Yeah, I always use a converter because I use a bottle of ink. I don't like to use pens so much. Only when I travel, I use cartridges. But most of the time I use a bottle of inks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very lucky guy as a fountain pen lovers. I can choose from almost 200 colors between Monteverde, Private Reserve, and Conklin. We have almost 200 colors. So this is
I'm catching up. My collection's catching up.
it's crazy.
What is your preferred color of all those colors? Do you have a preference?
Not really. I always write in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to look original. When you write with black, most of the time you don't know if it's a photocopy or original. So I tend to use the Malibu blue, the Horizon blues, and so on. And lately I use just the infinity blue because we invented that collection of infinity that you can keep the cap off for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it a lot. So we can talk about inks later if you want to talk about pens first.
We will talk about inks later, no worries. Let's have a look at my pen check because I also have a carbon fiber fountain pen here with me. It's from Monteverde, of course. It's the Invincia Deluxe and it had rose gold details. I really like this combination. It's really nice and carbon fiber. I don't know why, but it always have this kind of special feeling to me. I remember that my father always had a carbon fiber rollable on his desk, so maybe that's why. But carbon fiber, it I don't know why, but that material it always attracts me. So I'm really happy with that. I'm not sure, but I think carbon fiber is not used by a lot of brands anymore. Back in the days, it was. But
Yes,
nowadays, I think Conklin Monteverde is the only brand that's using carbon fiber in their models.
that's correct.
Yeah.
We started our business with the Innova. I have a ballpoint pen, but we started Monteverde 23 years ago with the Innova pen, and it was in carbon fiber because I found a way how to make it inexpensively in Asia. At that time, it was Taiwan. Until that time, there were a few fountain pens on the market that sold from $500 and up. And we came up with a carbon fiber pen that was retailing at $65 only.
Wow.
So it was a big revolution in that. So since day one, I always liked the fountain pen. Fountain pens and carbon fiber.
Yeah, no, the carbon fiber is really a special material.
Yes.
So thank you for keeping that in the collection. All right, that was my pen check. Last weekend was, of course, Fountain Pen Day. Let's do a little bit of a recap because I'm just curious what you did, Alecia, during the Fountain Pen Day weekend.
I was actually away for Fountain Pen weekend. I had a family thing that we did, but I did host a giveaway on my Instagram for a fountain pen.
Nice.
So it was nice just to be able to introduce fountain pens to somebody who hasn't used one already. And yeah, I journaled a lot.
Well, that's good.
Which is pretty much every day for me, but
nothing special, but still. All right, Yair, what did you do during Fountain Pen Day weekend?
Well, I was in Asia visiting my factories, and we designed a lot of new fountain pens.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's exciting.
My fountain pen day was 2 to 3 years ahead because it takes a long time to design new products, new materials, and new looks and new features. It takes a long time, and many of them you cannot do over Zoom, or you cannot do by email and things like this. You have to be in person in front of the engineers and explain to them exactly what you would like to do and give them schematics and discuss it if it can be done, cannot be done. So I had a lot of fun designing a lot of new products.
But Conklin and Monteverde, they always have a lot of new designs, new things coming up. Like if I compare it with other brands, how do you keep up with coming up with new designs and new ideas and everything? Is it just you, or do you have an entire team that does these kind of things?
Well, I have, yeah, a lot of it comes from me, but a lot of it also comes from my team. We are very blessed with a fantastic group of individuals who work at Yafa. By the way, most people at Yafa have been working at the company over 20 years. So
Oh, wow.
this is very unusual for the United States. We employ 35 people. And as I said, most of them have been 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 years. Yafa has been in business 45 years. So
Wow.
the longevity of my staff is my business card. I always say I love the people I work with every day. They are like a family to us. And ideas fly all over the place all day long. We have, from the sales department, we have a fantastic graphic department, social media department. Lately, they are giving us a lot of ideas what people would like to see on Instagram. People asking, why can't you do this? Why can't you do this? Can you
Was
do
one of
this? Can
these
you do
ideas
this?
the inspiration for the new Misto?
Actually, yes. Yes, we call it
Oh,
Misto,
sorry, Misto. Yeah, sorry,
Misto.
Misto.
Misto. In Italian, Misto means a mix. So to do this collection was very difficult. We decided to step it up as far as resins are concerned, and we asked our resin factory to mix at least 5 colors for us, and it took a few years to get what you see here, because it's very difficult to mix, to tell them what to mix, and then the final result can look totally different. Totally different.
It
So
looks beautiful.
talking about Misto, we have it in 3
Stunning.
colors. Yeah, we have it in orange and blue together. We have it in green.
That one's gorgeous.
And an amazing purple.
I like this one really.
So
I like this one really hard. Yeah.
yeah, and this is rose gold with a rose gold nib.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we made a special ring on this particular pen. I don't know if you can see the date. It says 1898.
It's the founding year of
1898
Conklin.
is the year that, yes, Conklin was born 125 years ago. And so we're calling the collection Conklin 1898 with Misto resin.
It's really nice.
So we have these pens with as a fountain pen or as a rollerball.
It's nice.
It's doing very, very well.
But is the creating of the resin, is it really complicated? Because I can imagine if you mix 5 colors. So let's say if I mix 5 ink colors, it turns out black.
Yes.
Is it the same with resins, or is it different?
Yes. Yes. And not only it's time consuming, but expensive too. Because every time we ask for a sample, we need to pay $600.
Wow.
$600 for every sample. Now, multiply this by how many times we have seen it. This cost us thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Now I want to see all the samples that didn't make it to the collection.
Yes. I have many of them in zipper cases.
So it's so amazing how clear all of the colors turned out, because it's so easy to get resin to go muddy if you add the wrong color at the right time, but all of the colors stand out so clearly. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this was and we were working already on a new color. That's another reason I went to the to Asia to get the right collection. It's going to be introduced next year. I'll give you a little heads up. It's called Jelly
Jelly
Bean.
bean. Oh,
So
Oh, I
the
love that. It
Misto,
sounds so much fun.
yeah, Jelly Bean. So it's going to be very colorful. So similar to the candy. So also it's very difficult to make. It's going to take at least I think 2-3 months just to get the first run.
it's
So,
really fun to see.
but maybe because maybe because the factory got more experience with this, maybe it'll be easier with
Yeah,
the
that would
jelly.
be great.
I hope.
It's really fun to see
Fingers
nowadays
crossed.
that there's this kind of new trend that we see more and more colorful pens. But this is something that Conklin like always did. Because if 10 years ago somebody came into our store and was asking for a colorful pen, most of the time we grabbed a Conklin because that was the most colorful pen that we had in the store. So it is nothing new for you, but it's something that we see now more and more often.
Yes. I see it too. People like colors, and we want to give it to them in the best way we can. Also, Monteverde is very, very
Hmm.
colorful. You need to have fun in writing, not just a boring
Yeah,
black
no,
pen.
definitely.
So,
All right.
yeah.
We will talk more about Conklin and Monteverde later on, but first I need to ask you the question from our previous guest, because last week Agnieszka was here on the show from KVZ Inc. And she had a question for you, Yair, because her question was, how often do you write letters and why?
Good question. I only write notes to my wife, and I don't send letters. No,
No, but that's also fine. That's
I
also
I
fine.
must
That's also.
I
Is
must
the
admit.
note like a sweet note or is it just like a to-do list?
No. The to-do list comes from her.
That's the other way around.
Yeah. But I before I that's interesting the way I even answer on emails. Before I send an email, if it's very important, I always handwrite
Hmm.
it. So it's like sending a letter because when I write with a fountain pen, the answer to an important business transaction, my brain works better and my words come
Hmm.
out much better. And then I look at what I wrote, and then if I need be, I give it to my assistant to send to wherever, or I type it myself. So it's I use the fountain pen a lot to write quote unquote emails, which are letters, by the way.
Hmm.
But to actually send a letter in the email, I do it only around the holiday time. If we send the Christmas
I'm looking
cards,
forward to your Christmas card
I
this year
sign all
already.
of them. Yeah, yeah. I always write notes with the cards to send to customers or
Hmm.
vendors, and but a regular letter, I'm sorry to say, no, I didn't do for a
You
long
should
time.
do it more often. You should do it more often. All right, let's go back to Conklin Monteverde.
Yes.
I was wondering because Conklin Monteverde kind of are together, but how do you see that? Like, is Conklin like the more expensive brand and the Monteverde brand below it, or how do you see those two brands next to each other?
Yeah, it's a good question. We've been asked this many, many times. We are trying to keep Conklin as true as possible to its origins by always looking at the history and see what they did 100 years ago. For example, the clip. We kept the original clip, which is called a rocker
Hmm.
clip, and this is an original a clip that Conklin had a patent 100 years ago, and until today, it's a very
Yeah, it's
practical
really recognizable for the
clip
Conklin
because you
Pens.
can you can by doing this you can put it into a jacket or a purse or a pocket, almost blindly. So We're trying to stay. Conklin is more on the high end, even though we used to have Monteverde high end, but now mostly Conklin. We are selling currently pens for $1,000 and $2,000 in the Conklin collection to celebrate Conklin's 125th anniversary. This year is Conklin 125th anniversary. So we designed two beautiful pens in Italy, actually, and we are selling them on the expensive side. So yeah,
Let's talk a little bit about those pens, the Nozac collection.
Yes, we can do that.
Because I learned that Dante Del Vecchio was involved in the design of this.
Yes, 100% involved. And where is this is the classic Conklin collection with a new clip in a crescent shape. Dante always liked the Conklin pens, so when he made the Visconti clip, he made it in a crescent shape also. So now he managed to make for us a pen, Nozac, word gauge. This is a Conklin idea that you can see how many words you still have available. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And this pen is made from aluminum, anodized aluminum. But the most important part, first of all, it's faceted. And then it has the clip is brand new. And this clip will be available in the future on other pens too. So we are very proud.
But this is an original Conklin clip, like this was used also back in the days.
Yes. So this pen retails for about $1,200. And it's limited edition. It's available in many, many colors. I don't have them here, but we can offer it to you later.
Yeah, we added in the B.
Small limited edition in different. Oh yeah, okay. The other pen that Dante designed is called the Futura. This is a totally crazy pen with cuts.
Yes, I've seen the black one of these on your Instagram.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
Gorgeous.
The clip is very unique. As you can see, the Conklin logo is floating inside the clip. This was never done before, and it's fantastic. The cap is made from titanium, solid titanium. The body is made from bronze because you cannot cut titanium; it's very difficult. And this part is titanium too. I only have, unfortunately, a roller here in this office. I didn't go to my office yet since I just came back from the trip to China and Taiwan.
We love rollerballs too, right, Alecia?
The fountain.
I actually have quite a few rollerballs.
Yeah.
On ink.
But the fountain pen has a very unique feature on those two pens, because Dante designed for us a piston that you just go like one time and it pulls the ink up. Instead of going 2, 3, 4, 5 times, if you just go, it's a one turn.
So for people that are in a rush, they can fill up their pen really quick.
Yes. Also, these pens have a magnetic closure.
Nice.
I would play with that lid all day.
There's a magnet here and a magnet in the back.
Oh, and it's such a satisfying sound.
Yes, it's fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the two brand new pens is the Conklin Classic and the
I think
Futura.
That's a great way to celebrate the 125th anniversary.
Yes, limited edition.
Especially the names. You have the Classic and the Futura, so you're looking back to what has been done and then also focusing on the future. I like that a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yes.
thought
Thank
behind
you.
this
Thank you.
design. Really nice. We already spoke a little bit about carbon fiber, but Monteverde also has abalone shell in their collection, which is another great material that you use, and of course the Innova. Is it something? It's something really particular, I think, right, from Monteverde, like always coming up with new materials to be used. Is there another material that you have in mind, like that would be cool to use in the future?
Oh, that's very difficult. No, between I think we covered them all. It's not easy. It's we did wood, we did stainless steel, we did resin, platinum, titanium,
But also the abalone
aluminum,
shell, I think I
uh,
can imagine it's quite
abalone
specific, right?
shell, and we
Yeah.
did mother of pearl too. We did mother of pearl. It is not easy to invent
Hmm.
something new, some kind of new material. If you make it too soft, it can break. Too hard can break. So we now to answer your question, we did many years ago even pens made from milk, like casein, but that's dangerous. Celluloid is
Hmm.
fantastic, but it's very expensive. So we are trying to be basically since the beginning of this company, we're trying to
Yeah.
be affordable luxury. So with the two pens I just showed you,
Hmm.
it's an exception. But we would like to be in the affordability range, so everybody can afford to
It's
buy
really
one of
nice.
our
It's really
brands.
nice. All right, let me introduce some other new pens on the Appelboom.com website. I have to do that.
New products.
Because each year Opus 88 launched an eyedropper fountain pen in a specific color. Last year we had a beautiful violet with orange details fountain pen, and this year they launched even two colors, in pink and a green one. The pink has a purple grip section, while the green fountain pen has a yellow greenish grip section. And noticeable is also the black colored nib on the fountain pens, which is new for Opus 88 fountain pens. The color is on the popular demonstrator model of Opus 88, which has a huge ink capacity. It holds 2 milliliters of ink. As you might know, maybe not, but the demonstrator uses an eyedropper filling mechanism and center bar to regulate the ink flow. And this center bar, it's usually only available on the higher end eyedropper fountain pens. So it's quite unique that Opus 88 also offers it here. Alecia, what do you think of these two new colors?
I'm
Hmm.
not really a pink person, but when I saw this pen, it's so beautiful. I think the little pop of purple when you uncap it is gorgeous. So it's definitely going to be one that I
I can
contemplate putting
imagine
on my
that. I can
signature.
imagine that. No, it's a really nice color, and I think Opus did a great job on that. Alecia, do you have a question for Yair?
I do. With the brands that you have, you're very involved in the whole process from start to finish. What is your favorite part about creating a pen?
Oh, well, naturally, it's an interesting question, good question. But I, I like I like to dream of ideas that are totally crazy, and then everybody tells me, most people tell me, no, it cannot be done, and no, it will not sell. And then, when people tell me no, that's when I
Now you
really
got
go
an
to
extra
work. So
motivation.
That's where the fuel comes from.
this is my motivation. Yeah, the creative part is the most challenging, to come up with that new hula hoop. It's like so difficult. To come up with a name, the right name is very important. I put my finger on every name. The only exception are, I must say, Dante named these pens. So these are not my original names, but I'm very hands-on from on the design from beginning to end. I have 6 people in our graphics department. I have an amazing project manager, product manager, and my assistant. Her name is Kat. I took her from the art department and made her into. I put her into marketing with me, and within minutes that I send a WhatsApp, I would like to do blah 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 blah. I just thought about it in the shower in the morning, and then by the time I go to work, she can already show me a mock-up or an
Oh,
idea
that's really
how it can
nice.
look. Yeah, so I have an extremely efficient graphic department that helps me a lot, not only with the product but also with the packaging. If you noticed, most of our boxes have unique sleeves that, like you have for the quadwood. You see, all this takes time and extra money and extra design creativity. So I like to be involved also in the design process of the package. But so I can, to answer your question, I like it from beginning to end, and then it's like, oh my God, look at this, it's fantastic. And then if it sells, it's even better. If it doesn't sell so well, But
it's so nice to hear you talk about the packaging process, because I had shared me unpackaging this on my Instagram story, and one of my friends who is not a fountain pen person saw me open the box and she said, "I think I need this.
Just for the packaging,
is so
I need to
beautiful."
buy the pen.
And I think that having packaging that you want to keep and that you want to display on your desk, it makes such a big difference. I'm a big packaging person, and the Conklin packaging is stunning. Like the stitching on the box, it's just like that little touch of excellence in there.
Thank you. Yeah, we pay a lot of attention to packaging, and I must say, my graphic department is very patient because I always change it 10 times, 20 times till it just looks right. It has to be like a piece of clothing, or a fashion accessory. It just has to look right. And when somebody looks at it, not just the pen, but the package, it's the wow effect. Wow, look at this, And then when you open it, it's even a bigger wow. You say, wow, the pen looks similar to what's outside too.
I think it's really important. It's really complementary to each other that it should work out indeed. I see a lot of brands that are downsizing their packaging and making it more simple and not that difficult anymore. Even some of them make it look cheap. Good example is, for example, the Mont Blanc 149. A few years ago, it came with a complimentary ink bottle. Now, after a few years, it didn't come with the ink bottle anymore, and now it's just in a really, I don't know if I can say it, but it's just in a really cheap box. Yeah.
I think it's so important, especially when people are like, "Oh yeah, we want to reduce on our packaging due to waste." I'm like, if you make a box nice enough, people aren't going to throw it away. It's not going to go to waste. You're going to have a pen that stays
no, it
in
definitely
a box
is.
it was
It
made
definitely
for.
is. I think a little bit of more attention to packaging would be great. But you're doing a great job on that already. We already discussed it a little bit.
Thank
you have so many new models coming up, etc. Do you have something that you would like to share with us for the upcoming future?
No.
No sneak peeks.
You want me to share my secrets with
No,
my
but I don't know.
competitors
Maybe
in
you have some
advance?
plans for like December or so, like in the close future.
The close future,
Yes.
yes. I can share. This I can share. Because I realized as a retailer too, Joost, you will appreciate it. And Alecia is a consumer. The in the United States, less than in Europe, the pen used to be the best gift when I started the business. When it came to B2B, the pen was in the promotion business, for example. The pen was number one. Now the pen is way down. In the old days, when you needed a gift for a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, a teacher, a graduation, a wedding, you name it, there used to be, you gave everybody a pen. It's like it was almost nobody even thought about to give something else. Then it became for men a tie. Then it became, now the electronics have taken over, and so in America, most people buy the pens for themselves. I think in Europe it's still old school. Also in Asia, people still gift as pens. So I would like to bring back this idea. We have a new collection. It's going to be introduced in January, but we will start playing with it in December. It's called the Professionals. So for the Professionals, we will do some pens that look like.
Happy
I'll
dance.
show you. Okay, here we are. This will be a pen that will be
The doctor pen.
the doctor pen. On the ring, there will be all the motifs that belong to the medicine, and the clip has the famous
really nice.
snake.
Yes.
I think you can see it, no?
That's a very cool.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a brilliant gift.
The black pen in rose gold. We made it simple and elegant, and on top of the pen there is a Hippocrates. You see it here, the coin on the top. So we will start with a pen that's called Hippocrates, and then we will also have a pen this year that belongs to the law profession. It's called Lex. Lex is called for law. So we have on the ring also all the famous things that belong
really nice.
to
It's also
the
nice
law
for as a graduation gift.
And
beautiful.
Yeah. So there used to be pens from Italy a while ago, retailing for $500, $700, $1,000, and it made it unaffordable. If you go today to places like Amazon to look for a gift for a doctor, you will be very, very surprised to see that there is not even a one pen. You will see a lot of mugs and keychains and junk like this, So I want to bring back all the professions, even IT, pilots.
I was just going to suggest we need an IT pen so that we can get all of our computer people back to writing again.
Yes, accountants, every profession that you can think about, we will have some kind of a pen that talks to that profession. And then we are going to do, we are now getting heavily involved into laser engraving. We are going to do a personalization. So, for example, Joost, you are going to a hospital in Amsterdam, and they want to give a Christmas gift next year to all the doctors or the nurses. We will have a nurse pen too, by the way. The doctors, and they give you a list of
I will just send it to you. You
200
engrave them, and
names.
then it's fixed.
So you will be able. Done.
That's
Now, if you
brilliant.
need one or two or three, you can do it in your area. You know, there's laser engravers in your area too, or you can do it in your shop. You know, but if you need a big quantity, we
It's a
will
really
be
nice
able
thing.
to do this in the future, to do the laser engraving. So this is, and I think that this will help not only sell more pens, but to make the pen more as a gift, especially in the USA, Europe, Asia, every place. So that's my
I
new
really like this idea. I think it's a great idea.
direction as far as.
I think it's brilliant. Like, one of my most special
Mhm.
pens was given to me as a Christmas gift. And I think having a pen that has a story of who gave it to you and what it was for is
Yeah.
definitely more sentimental than I bought this for myself because it was Friday and I got paid. Having a pen with a story holds something for
Yes.
you for a long time.
Every pen, Joost, Alecia, will come, and listeners. So you give a fountain pen. It's also available, by the way, in a rollerball and the ballpoint
Yeah, I
pen
think it's
too,
really
because
smart.
not
You know, for
everybody wants to
gifting,
write
most of the people
a
buy roller
fountain
or
pen.
ballpoint pens.
Yes, so we have a ballpoint, a rollerball, and a fountain pen. But so let's say you are a doctor, lawyer, whatever, and somebody gives you a fountain pen. So you cannot have them run out and start looking for ink or cartridges, whatever it is. So every one of
nice.
these pens will come with a bottle of ink, unlike what you said before. So there will be a pen in a box, and next to the box there will be a bottle of ink. So the person who is receiving it can use it instantly, right away.
Will the pens come in different colors or will they all be in black?
I'm starting only with black to make it easy.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
If you add more colors, please make the ink match the pen.
Yes. For now.
No, but I think black is the most sold color anyway, especially as a gift. So I think it's really a good choice to start with black pens.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we made
At
it
least
with
they
rose
won't
gold.
dislike it. Everybody likes a black pen.
Yeah. So this is called the professional, or in short, the pros collection. So this is coming up end of this year, beginning of next year.
A world exclusive here on Appelboom Bites.
Exclusively.
Nice.
The world exclusive.
Thank you. Definitely will do that. All right, we're almost at the end of the show, Yair, but can you come up with a question for us, for our next guest, to start the show with? Yes, you can come up with a question for our next guest.
Asking questions?
So how Agnieszka came up with a question for you. How often do you write letters? And why? You can come up with a question for our next guest. Yes, Linda from Aurora is our next guest.
Who is Linda from Aurora? Oh, ¿cómo está, Linda?
What can we ask her?
The question is, the Aurora brand is a great name, great brand, and I've seen lately more innovations and more colorful pens coming from Aurora. I don't have a specific questions. I just would like to compliment Aurora on the new directions they're taking to come up with many new collections. And bravo to you for starting to bring back.
I will tell her that, but we need a question to start with. So
I don't have a question.
Anything.
I just have anything. What will be the latest, next amazing collection that you plan for 2024? And will you be
I
coming
will
back to
ask her that as
Frankfurt to
well.
give me a hug in my booth? Yes, this
Yeah,
year she
Linda's
came to
really
the
nice.
Frankfurt
Linda's
show
really
and they
nice.
gave me a big hug. So it was
All
nice.
right, I think we have everything. I just would like to thank you, Yair, to take the time and sit and chat here with us. Yeah, sure.
Can we talk 2 minutes about inks? Oh, okay. So we have over like 100 and something ink colors for Monteverde. We have about 60
Colorverse.
something inks for private reserve. And the two innovations I want to talk about on the inks is the Infinity ink, which is a fantastic idea because it took me a long time to do that. A lot of people don't like the idea of capping and uncapping, capping, uncapping. So we came up with a extended cap of ink. We call it Infinity. Some people ask why it's called Infinity, because if you write with it and you put it down for a couple hours and you come back and you write with it again, it starts right away. And then you put it back and you go to lunch for a few hours, you come back for dinner and the cap is off, it's still
It
right.
doesn't dry
So
out.
if you write with it,
It
and
doesn't
then
dry out.
let it sit down. Sorry? Correct. So we call it the Eco Extended Cap of Infinity Collection. This is a big innovation. And we have it now in a new bottle. It used to be in a bottle before that sells for $25. Now it's a smaller bottle at $15 retail. And we just introduced a brand new idea. I'm sure that Alecia saw it on Instagram. We are pushing it like crazy. It's the color changing idea. We have color changes that for Monteverde. And you can write with the 9 colors. And then you go over it with a clear solution. And then the color changes from blue to yellow, from red to blah, 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 whatever. So it's called
amazing.
a color changing for people who like journaling or anything, It's a best-selling ink on the market now with the color changing. And we have it in 9 beautiful colors and a clear one. And you can write with it in a fountain pen. When we were young, long time ago, in my case, there were markers.
Erasable markers.
The markers for kids, that change colors. So it took us a few years, and now we designed a new formula that takes the ink and make it into fountain pens. So, and you can use it a combination of fountain pen, or you can use a Q-tip, or you can use a brush, or you can use a dip pen in combination, or you can use 2 fountain pens, one for the ink color and one for the change.
That's really exciting.
So it's called a color
Alecia, do you already have it or not?
That's the latest, yeah.
It is amazing. I don't have it yet. Every single time I pick up my phone, I open up every shop that I have it in my cart in, and I'm like, will I? Won't I? It is so alluring. Everybody's been sharing it all over Instagram. And the one I want to try the most is the purple one that goes pink with the clear one. And just the idea of having a clear ink in a demonstration, in a clear demonstrator pen,
really
makes my heart feel happy.
I can imagine that.
I need it. It is so beautiful.
We're going to arrange some ink for you, Alecia. No worries. We're going to arrange this for you.
I don't have it here for you. Yeah. Yeah, we can arrange for you to get it.
No problem. We will arrange
I'll
it.
send it to you. You can get it to Alecia. Whatever she wants. She's a
right.
lovely.
Now I really have to end the show because otherwise we're running out of time. Yair, again, thank you so much for taking your time and sharing all your thoughts about Monteverde and Conklin. Really appreciate it. Alecia, thank you so much as well. It was a lot of fun. And next week we will see you again with Linda of Aurora. Yeah,
yes.
It was a lot of fun.
Thank you
Everybody
very much.
that was
Thank
watching,
you. It was a pleasure.
thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to do that right now. And if you're listening to our podcast, you can follow us so you won't miss out on an episode anymore. Thank you so much again, and we see you all next week. Bye-bye.